welcome to Istana Negara, the national palace of Malaysia. This is where the King of Malaysia live and work. The palace is located along Jalan Tuanku Abdul Halim, or formerly known as Jalan Duta, means embassy route, where a lot of diplomats stay at this area too, in northwestern part of Kuala Lumpur. The palace is opened in 2011 and replaced the old Istana Negara, which is now a royal museum. The palace covers an area of 97.65 hectares, which is equivalent to about more than 100 football fields, and it spent over 800 million to build. The Istana Negara is a very big and beautiful place that have many rooms and dome. You can see a dome is a round shaped roof that look like a half of the ball. The palace have 22 domes, and the biggest one is the one in the middle, 40-meter high. It's like 10-story building. That's where the main throne, Balai Long Seri. There's a red carpet leading all the way to the Singgasana. Singgasana is where the king sit, where he have important ceremony and meetings. The hall can fit up to 2,000 people. That's a lot of people, right? The dome and the interior design is using yellow color. Yellow color representing royal color. The influence of using yellow color as royal color is since the Malacca Sultanate. That time Malacca got prosperous by getting protection from the China Ming dynasty. Sultan Mansur Shah brought a royal robe in yellow color with dragon symbol from Ming Emperor that passed over by Admiral Laksamana Cheng Ho, and so follow the tradition use of yellow as royal color until today. The palace is divided into three main sections: the formal component, royal component, and administration component. The formal component is where the official ceremony functions take place, such as the installation of the king, the royal banquet, and the state council meeting. The royal component is where the royal family live and entertain guests. The administration component is where the palace security personnel, the staff work and reside. The banquet hall can accommodate up to 1,000 people, where the king and his guests have dinner parties, and the royal prayer hall can accommodate up to 500 pax, where the king and queen, his family perform daily 5-time prayer a day. Malaysia is a country with many religions living together in harmony. Islam is the official religion in Malaysia. The king is a Muslim, which he follows the teaching of Islam. He is the leader of Malay community and a guardian protector of Islam. He is the head of Islam. He is also the head of Royal Army, Air Force and Navy. The king also helped like dissolving the parliament every 5 years, or declaring a state of emergency during like COVID-19, granting pardon, like release the political prisoner of our Prime Minister Dato Seri Anwar from the jail, and conferring honor and award those who have great contribution with title of Dato, Tan Sri Tun, just like Sir title. As a king, there is a rules to follow too. The king actually cannot hold any other job position than a king, and a king cannot leave the country for more than 15 days. Do you know what the king of Malaysia is called? He is called the Kebawah Duli Yang Maha Mulia Seri Paduka Baginda Yang di-Pertuan Agong ke-16 Sultan Abdullah of Pahang. The former one are really very long. Because for short is Yang di-Pertuan Agong. Is the supreme head of state. The Chinese people like the Agong words very much, as the calling of Agong in Mandarin language is synonym meaning to grandpa. Sounds so close. It's like just like our own dear grandpa. We are just like a big family. Agong is elected by 9 rulers of state in Malaysia every 5 years with a unique rotational system. The first to become Yang di-Pertuan Agong King in the newly independent Malaysia was Tuanku Abdul Rahman from the state of Negeri Sembilan, who studied law in UK and was a qualified barrister. His face still appears on all our Malaysian banknote cash. The king is rotated among the 9 rulers every 5 years according to a list based on a seniority which predetermined order that was established in the 1957 when gained independence from the United Kingdom. The current Sultan of Pahang State is the 16th king with almost 5 years tenure and is set to end on the 31st January 2024. And next is the 17th king will be Sultan of Johor State, take his turn as his successor. Sultan Ibrahim Sultan Iskandar from the southern state of Johor. The palace have 3 main gates, and each gate has a similar guard as the Royal Museum just now. They wear a special ceremonial uniform, hat, gun, sword, a pair of red uniform horse guard, a pair of white uniform standing guard. They are the part of 1st Battalion of the Royal Malay Regiment, the oldest and most prestigious infantry regiment in the Malaysian Army. You can take photo with them, but again, please remember, keep a safety distance as the horse bite or kick. The palace is not open to public. We can only visit the outside, take a picture from outside of the palace. You can also watch the changing of the guard ceremony. They march and salute in front of the palace. The guard change shift every few hours, and the changing of guard ceremony is popular attraction for visitors. If you are interested in seeing the inside of the palace, you can visit the old Istana Negara just now, which is now a Royal Museum. Malaysia government system is the federal constitutional monarchy system. We have the king and the parliament. The king is the supreme head of state. Anyway, they do not have much power. They act as a symbol of the nation and protector of the Islam, the official religion of Malaysia. The king also help appoint the prime minister, appoint the chief judge, appoint the assembly speaker. There's 3 main branches: the legislative, the executive, and the judiciary. The parliament is the legislative branch. The parliament has 2 houses, Dewan Rakyat and the Dewan Negara. Dewan Negara is the upper house senator, state council, and the Dewan Rakyat is the house of representative. The Dewan Rakyat has 222 members which are elected by the people every 5 years. Dewan Rakyat is where the people elected the YBs, representatives, make law and policy, approve budget, and they debate in the Dewan Rakyat. And the upper house, Dewan Negara, has 70 members who are appointed by the king and the government. The government is led by the Prime Minister, who is the head of the executive branch. The Prime Minister is the leader of the political party coalition that win the most seats in the Dewan Rakyat. The Prime Minister appoints the Cabinet, which is a group of ministers who are in charge of different departments and ministries. The Cabinet helps the Prime Minister to run the country and implement the law and policy. The Judiciary is the branch that interprets, apply the law, settle dispute of people's problem. The court, the highest court is the Federal Court. The Court of Appeal, then come to the High Court, then come to the Lower Court. Lower Court is like Sharia Court for the Muslim that deal with the Islamic law matter. Malaysia also a federal state, which means it has a central government and also have a state government. The palace also have a very nice light after dark. It is a famous attraction that have the hope on, hope off stop here too. The Istana Negara is a symbol of the country history, culture, and unity. I hope you enjoy the tour here. Thank you and have a nice day.